Long-time lurker and decided to share my revenge story which has not concluded. If there are mistakes, please understand that English is not my native language, thus I apologize up front. Also, this will be somewhat long, so buckle up for the ride. Some background. My wife has 2 sisters. Her father passed and he was a very intelligent and kind person that I look up to years after his passing. Mel is still alive and doing horribly. Mel has always been a difficult person, maybe straight up bitch would more appropriate. Used to cheat on her husband, even taking my wife, then 4 to 5 years old, with her to meet and fuck other guys. They were from a small town and moved to a bigger city when the problem got too much to handle for my father-in-law. He had an old school mentality and didn't want to leave his wife even though he knew about her many affairs because he took on the responsibility of 3 daughters. Everything he did was only for his daughters, and Emil became also a hidden alcoholic in time. Hiding beers and wine through the house or finding a pretext to go out to her car where she could drink more. She fought endlessly with my wife, who is older, now 33. Threw her out of the house, made her sleep on benches, in the car later on. Screaming, hair pulling and just being a complete bitch without reason. My wife worked 2 jobs to cover her university expenses, and every night after getting back from school work at 2 to 3 a.m, Emil would come waltzing at 7 o'clock in the room and open the curtains, wake her up and just start fighting. Mel never agreed to the university my wife went to, but nevertheless she bragged in her hometown as if she was the one paying and motivating my wife to study. I could go on with more examples. Driving completely drunk with a little sister, 6 to 7 years old back then, 2006 to 2007, in her car, reminding me and my then GF, now wife, that she gave us €10 to charge our phone credits as if the world depended on it. Needless to say, we paid every single cent plus interest back even if she didn't ask for it. This is where we start. My wife's family moved to another country in 2002. Emil could not stand me from the get-go. Spoke to my mother about breaking us up. I was 16, my wife 17 when we met, 2001. She was always against us, even as we moved in together for the first time, and this was not a teenager flick anymore. Would start fights with me about my family and the work I do. I started in construction when I moved out of the country to be with my then GF. Years go by and we move from this city, where Mil and the rest of the family reside. Not far, about 150 miles, but to better jobs and a nicer place. This is 2007 already. 3 years passed by, and during these years I slowly planted the idea that her middle sister could also move here with us. We could search a job for her and ask her to pay only a part of the rent after she works for 2 months. 2010 comes and the middle sister is not happy. She is the one fighting now with her mother, so of course she wants out, so again I bring it up with my wife and insist that we can't let her mother ruin everything. Both agree and the middle sister moves in. We find a job and she liked the place, the pay, even falls in love with her now husband. She is really happy and laughing all the time. Needless to say that my Mil is destroyed. Now the only sister remaining is the little one, born when Mil was in 40. But she is too little for Mil to start harassing and fighting with her. So she becomes remorseful, starts calling and saying that she loves her daughters and now she will die alone. She even stopped drinking for a short while, but old habits die very hard. In this case it is still very much alive. End 2010, I find another job in another country, yes, this is in Europe. So we move again, leaving the middle sister behind with her own place and a new life. With all the love Mil spreads around, the little sister does poorly in school, is name called in her school and genuinely unhappy. My wife starts doing homework with her via Skype until the situation is unbearable, so again I just hint that we could take a bigger apartment and get the little sister her with us. She could learn another language and we could help her achieve her potential. I asked the little sister what she thought about this idea and she is thrilled, but I repeated myself that this only an idea, to get her head thinking already in March. By July, when school is over, she wants to desperately come to us and live with us, and we follow through. September 2012 and she starts the school here. Difficult because of the language barrier, but she is tough and intelligent. All the sisters are like that. We start from scratch. Keep in mind she is 12 now but can't tell quickly how much 6 plus 9 is without counting. We spend nights and days learning. I teach her the language and my wife math, geography, and so on. I was the only one working and my wife pregnant with our first daughter. We pull through all of this and Mil is just lonely. Nobody wants her in their home. She comes visiting, but if they see that she drank beforehand, she is sent away. Again she started to spread the I love you without hearing any reply, just silence or an okay mom. Now she doesn't have anybody. She even tried living with another guy, but as soon as the mask fell off and he recognized who and how she was, they ended. She is still spreading lies about him, thinking that we all lived in a cave without knowing how she really is. Sometimes she calls and cries that nobody calls her, not her daughters nor her older sister. I laugh about it. I am happy. I work so hard to get this result, and I can't wait for her to be sick and wither away. I can't put it words how alone she is and how miserable she feels. I know it will remain like this until she dies. I will make sure of it. My watch never ends. Smiley face.